All right, and we're live. Good evening, good morning. Welcome to another Battle Legion community stream. We're here to play some games. You guys will be facing a very special army of mine that the sort of less advanced version of this army has gotten me quite far with my actual private account. But this one is of course made on the special skull skull account, so it has all the fancy stuff that I might be missing on the real account, and that will provide you with enough challenge to take on today. Other than that, we will be talking again at around 7 o'clock. We'll be talking about the new season. I just hear you from my left. Is this better? Let me try to fix it. How's the sound now? Can you guys hear me better? It should be the sound should be working. I did adjust a little bit the setup, but hopefully it's working properly and you guys can hear me. Let me know if there are some issues. Anyhow, today we're going to be looking at the season 4. There is a bunch of changes coming up. I will just check to see if the in-game news are rolling. They are excellent. Actually, I need to still put the Discord news out, and then we're ready to actually start the fight nights. There we go. Discord. Done. Right. So we have a bunch of balance changes coming up that we will need to take a look at. Then we will talk a little bit about the upcoming changes to raid scaling and new things coming to the raids. Now those changes are still a little bit further away. Things like the scaling and rewards rework are sooner than, let's say, new content in that regard, and by new content I mean a new raid boss. But anyhow, a lot of fun things today, I hope. And today also we might be able to fight through all of the sign-ups for the fight night. Not because the sign-ups have dropped. On the contrary, we have close to 600 people who have signed up, but this is probably the fastest army that I have made, and the army that has taken me all the way to, I think, at maximum top 400. Of course, I don't have the level 12 units, but you guys need some challenge. But basically the idea of the army is go face, go very hard, hit as hard as possible, maximum damage, and not much of the survivability after the initial hit. So definitely you need to think of how to survive the initial 4 seconds, and after that you probably should be doing pretty alright. Anyhow, let's see if that we have the correct people fighting against me, and there we go. Yes, I have Lance up next, and this definitely will be probably the fastest matches ever uh, on streams. Also, hello everybody in the chat. Please send your questions, comments. If you want to ask something, I will be happy to answer, or at least attempt. All right, and as I also mentioned, at least in the description, and I've talked about it during the last stream as well, I will be changing a little bit. We are sticking with the quiz system. I do like asking you random questions about Battle Legion. But we're not going to just tie it to the likes. But of course, we will have the like quizzes as well. But we're going to have the regular quizzes at regular time intervals. Like at 7 o'clock, we usually have, or 1 hour into the stream, we have a look at the new patch, a look at new content. Then we're going to be doing so that every half an hour between that, so basically half an hour into the stream and then half an hour after the a look at the news, we will be also doing the quiz as well. If we reach the goal and we hit those like goals, we are going to be getting an extra quiz, and it will be with the double reward. All right. That's cheating. What is that, Devourer? Well, Gobu, I cheat on this stream, absolutely. This army is not something that is roaming free in the wild. This army has been specifically created for the stream to provide you guys with the challenge. And yeah, definitely the fights are super fast. I would say I have seen this build being beaten, and I'm definitely not winning all that much in the well, let's say that my hard stop with this build in the actual rank progression. Of course, I don't have the rank 12 units. But my hard stop is at around 300, and usually towards the end of the season, it becomes even harder as people have all sorts of builds. But basically, you need to survive the initial rush, the initial 4 seconds, and probably you need either something that distracts them. There were a few builds which were actually quite good at that, and then also something that is able to kill them after the fact. Usually, for example, Beast is quite good at that, to be honest. Actually, yeah, I could take out the Devourer. To be honest, I don't have that in the Devourer. I wanted to try the Devourer if it has the chance to stand up to some of the untamed beasts, but well, you guys are not even using the untamed beasts against me so far. So if people would start using those, then maybe we'll try that. But yeah. So I signed up. How does the gem stuff work? Asked Matthew. Basically, at some point, I will fight your army. If you win, you will get 500 gems. If you lose, you will get 100 gems. If it's a draw, which in this case it won't be with this army, then it's going to be 300 gems. And check it out. There was an army that almost managed to beat the for the first time beat the, I don't know what to call this. I would like to call this some sort of tribute to Zaya, but yeah, Zaya didn't have the wolves back in the day. Is that the landscape for beating SR10 raid? Absolutely not. I don't think that this will do very well against any sort of raid. Glad I could help, and glad you enjoyed the stream and the game. Hopefully Matthew will stick around with us. We do this every 2 weeks. I mean every other week, right before the next patch. So in about an hour we will have a look at what's coming in the next season, new Powerstones, balance changes. This time we have a bunch of balance changes to units. And also we'll be talking a little bit, at 7, I will be talking a little bit, the little information I can share about upcoming changes to the raid. Can you add copy tag feature, please? That's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea, actually. I definitely will suggest, Julian. Thanks for suggesting. That's a death wave. That's true. That is a death wave. Let's see how many will be able to beat the death wave. Jokes on you, ulther. Top damage for this past raid was mass dogs. Oh, really? Okay, I should have used that. I had a very wrong build then. And actually, now that I think about it, I should have used the dogs because I actually have a very strong, not this strong dog army, but I'm sure that some of you guys have met ulther in the just normal ranked games as well. Less scary, but I've been playing for the past year. I'm around rank 900, first time in the stream. Well, glad you could join us here this time around. I would have to say that this stream is more exactly towards ranks 15, 16 players, people that have been around in the game for a little while and want to see me play around with very weird builds, sometimes very powerful, sometimes very silly. Would like to take a challenge and see if they can beat a very powerful army and earn some gems meanwhile. Also, we do talk about what's coming into the game. Also, you can ask me questions about the game. Sometimes we also do have visitors from the dev team, designers and so on. But those are more special streams. And of course we have Sapphire and Crucible in the stream, in the chat, and they are also part of Trapline. The Wolfies are good against which character? The wolves are good against which? Wolves are in my build are there just to increase the damage. What I was trying to do with this build is maximize the damage output in the in the first 4 seconds. So basically, whatever is left after. Hey, look at this! I think that we are. Is this the first defeat that the wave of death has suffered? At least I have seen. Turn off that level 5 horn. This is boring. Well, I have removed one artifact. Let's see. Maybe I should. I should remove some other, but I don't think it's the horn that does the most of the damage over here. Also, no, no, that was so close. This is probably well, this is absolutely the hardest challenge that I have created for you guys, but generally uh, this is a lot easier. Suggestion: have an update insider in Discord, maybe once a week, sharing what suggestions coming from players are taken into account and what are the current things that the dev team working on. Uh, I There was also a very similar comment about sharing more stuff on Discord. We do, and we do try. Uh, the the big issue is that right now we have been working on a lot of things on the background, and we weren't able to, and we're not able to still talk about big features that we have been working. And this is not the first stream that I'm talking about this. We even tested one of these new systems, and it wasn't there. We weren't happy with it. But the new system that is going into the test at the end of next month, that is the culmination of a lot of work, a lot of also artist work. So it's a quite big and interesting thing. Um, and then hopefully that would open us up to start working on more of the content side down the line from there, and also some of the improvements and changes that you guys have been talking, and definitely something that we are already working on and getting a good progress on is the raid stuff, and we will talk about that in about 40 minutes. I don't know how is he flexing more, the build or the beard. Well, to be honest, the build is the builds are always crazy, Matthew. The builds are always crazy, and to be honest, this is not a flex. I need to play something extremely stupidly overpowerful to create even remotely of a challenge. Today, and this stream is probably the hardest challenge. I hesitated to actually bring this army, and I had the idea for this army for very long time, and since I have created almost the exact replica of this, uh, I wanted to try it out. But I do think that maybe I should have removed one of the artifacts to make it a little bit easier. But sometimes it's harder, sometimes it's easier. It would be awesome if there could be friendly battles between clan members. Yes, Jonathan, we would really like to add that, and hopefully soon. Actually, I think that I should take out though the stealth is not something that well, I started like that, so we'll play it like that. It will be super crazy build, crazy army. I will check how many people have won this against this build, and I will come up with something special because this is really crazy. My clan getting some reps today, but suck cause this build is so beefy. Well, that's true. This is probably one of one of the hardest ones that not one of the hardest. This is probably the hardest one that I have made. Oh, I think that someone has just discovered a counter. Someone has discovered a counter. And if you guys have seen it, now that is definitely a very, yeah. That's it's I thought that you need maybe a beast with the double immunities, but no. If you guys paid attention and you have signed up and you haven't played, you would know how to beat it. It's actually not that difficult. The thing with this game, the cool thing with this game, that no matter how strong, insanely overpowered the build is, there is always a counter to it. You can always find some way to stop it, prevent it, do it either through just sheer power, like what almost happened over there, uh, or then just with clever mechanics. Yeah, spirit is the counter. Yeah, like if you can infect them with the draining spirit while not taking damage for 4 seconds. Yeah, I know. Giving out the answer, even though everybody should have seen it and been able to replicate it. Can you give some discount for this pandemic? Whew, that's a tough one. I mean, I would like to give all the discounts for this pandemic to just end and get back to the normal stuff. And hopefully you guys are staying safe and things are getting better where you're at. I've never seen a golem die so quickly. Oh yeah, this army is very fast at doing damage. I think that, and I have tried to create a build that does maximum amount of damage in least amount of time, and I have everything in a way set up for it, even the extra freezing and does damage from Frost Wizard. And actually I've been trying in my private on my private account. I have been trying the ice artifact with the Frost Wizard and still the dogs, just so to get more damage bonuses. I mean, I definitely don't have as insane of an artifact, insane of a horn for the dogs as I have on the stream account. It reminds me of beating babies. Well, we wouldn't beat babies over here on stream, unless, of course, by that you mean absolutely new accounts, which sometimes does happen on the stream. And also, maybe some of you guys will get inspired by this and make even better version of a dog rush. Even though I do know that this isn't exactly a new build this season. Basically, every time we have immunity coming up, whenever we have the immunity stone coming up, the dogs do make the resurgence. And depending on of course other factors, they have decent impact usually, or good impact. For the suggestion channel on Discord, maybe pin suggestions that you are looking into, then we can refer to it before we post and feel like we're being listened to. It would be a lot of suggestions pinned. It would be a very long list. Um, I think that actually a list of things in the queue that we are going to be working on. I mean, I used to update the roadmap on a or on development roadmap on a different website, but I stopped doing it after a while because there were a lot of uncertainties, and there was a lot of information that I couldn't share for a while. But actually, the idea of just having a list of things that are uh, in the queue to be done, and then of course the ones that we're currently working on, like for example, we are doing initial designs for the next raid boss. We are doing the reworking of the progression and the reward system for the raid. We don't have the time when those are coming out, but definitely we should have that available. I don't think pinned Discord message would be the best, but I think that probably it will make it into either some regular way onto Discord, or then we would try to put it into maybe same same portal where we have support articles, help articles. We definitely need to communicate better what is under the development or what is waiting to be developed. And Actually, next week it's very much about that. We're meeting with the community and support team are going to be meeting, and we'll be talking about how to bring you guys more information, better information, and more up to date information. So hopefully it will be good, and you guys will enjoy it. And meanwhile, I should start preparing for the first quiz. We are almost at 18:30 finish time. So, yes. Battle Legion Stream Quiz 1. Hey Ulther, I sent the great feedback at the Fight Night registration. Do you guys do read it right? Romulo, the feedback that you guys sent to the sign up for the Fight Night has its own special slide that I create. So basically, every Tuesday I create a report about the player feedback. It has major topics of Discord, biggest issues, and that provides the support team. There is also a slide always after the stream, so the poll, like what you guys voted, in which direction, and then also it has a summary of subjects, topics from the things that you guys been sending to the stream in the comments. I go through it. I combine them and congregate them because a lot of people suggest and talk about the same subject or the same topic. And then also, whenever there is something in particular well put and well written and well explained in actual player words, there's a special slide I have where I collect that kind of stuff. And of course, then the designers get also the links to all the raw answers, and they do check those as well. So absolutely, the feedback is handled, and the feedback is processed and then delivered to design and production. So that's how basically it works. But There we go. I have the first one should be pretty easy. First question, yes. First quiz question. It's a trick question. There we go. The quiz is ready. It's 18:32. Time to drop the quiz. It will close. This quiz will close at 7 when we will take a look at the next patch. Does the team for Battle Legion have any good inside jokes? Good inside jokes. We do have a cactus in the office, and basically that cactus refers to some of our sometimes we're talking about people that were like to stay, let's say, in the office longer and work a little bit longer, and then they were like those cactuses. So cactus is called Raul, and he enjoys same beverages as the people that like to stay and enjoy those beverages at the office. Yeah, so I don't know if that qualifies as an inside joke, because other kind of inside jokes, I'm sorry, as you guys might know, might not be very, very good for the YouTube stream. So what's the answer? Well, you should know. What is a canine? Canine refers to well, basically anything dog-like. So I mean, it's a group of animals, like there are dogs, wolves, all sorts of things. Untamed beast as well. That's true, Garth. If he has the correct skin. Hey, ulther, any idea of when are we getting new units? Don't have the time frame for it yet. Basically, they are a little bit late because all of our resources are currently very heavily engaged. So I don't want to give you guys. I don't want to estimate because I don't have the information about the new units, but definitely we do need new units. We do need to shake things up, but and we do have plans for the new units as well, but not coming at this point yet. I think that the quiz only counts 1/2 of the battlefield. Oh, that is a very good point, and not that well formulated question from me. That is true, Alan. I am. I'm sorry. I didn't think like, well, of course you can have quite many units, but how many can you have? So basically, what I meant is how many can you field onto your in your army? When Cannoneer nerf? Ooh, 100 likes. Oh yeah, we are at 100 likes, 103 likes. That's true. So this quiz, it's still going on. Let's start up the second one, the super quiz. First super quiz. And I think that by the time that I will be done with that, we will be able to start talking about what we shall see on Monday. What kind of changes, what kind of power stones, and so on. Super quiz one. Let me take a look at my cheat sheet where I have some questions already pre-made. All right. Yeah, I wasn't very happy with those questions for the super quiz. So the question is, what is... Actually, I'm not going to say the question because you guys always start immediately posting the right answers and wrong answers and all the answers possible in the chat. Import questions. Where do we have them? There we go. Take out the restriction and we're ready with the quiz. There we go. I got a free stone today after 8 immunity stones in a row. Wow, that's a lot of... There we go. D, the answer is D. Of course, that is correct. Oh, The even better answers are coming. I do agree with Yulian Yeremenko, who's saying that 42 is the answer. That is the answer to everything. So, absolutely, absolutely, that is correct. That is correct. I think it'd be too much of a balanced nightmare to have units able to change factions away from their base faction. Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it would be interesting to have some sort of allied possibility, or because I do, or we would like to have more faction interactions, and we would like to have more things uh, that more interactions between the units, and faction is one of the best ways of doing it. So, for example, things like direwolves buffing nature units, and I mean it would be very cool to once that system develops and more units have abilities which interact with other factions or other units, uh, having that possibility to bring a maybe just one unit of an opposing faction into your army, or like a non-allied faction, make it an allied would be great. Gluttonist surprised actually won against Uli. Well, congratulations, Gluttonist. I'm happy for you. Uh, Max, what were you asking? Oh, or do you mean the answer to the quiz? Well, it's you should know. Rank 17 is going to be after 4,250 trophies. Rank 17, I think that it should be at lower trophies, because I think that rank 16 is 3,250. So, I mean, it will be definitely closer towards 4,000, but I don't think that it will be 4,250. Though I'm not sure. Don't take my word for it. I haven't looked at any documentation. This is just my pure speculation, and as good of a guess as anyone's. Ulther, to clarify your super quiz, are you asking combined for total battle wagons or units from a single battle wagon? Single battle wagon. From a single battle wagon. One battle wagon, not two. Ice Knights Ulther, it will work nice. Hmm? Yeah. Can you get can you get three brutes or three thorns out of wagon? Well, I mean you get three random units. Ante. Have you seen? Have you? Well, I mean, well, actually, it's not written anywhere. With your experience, Ante, I think that you should have seen. But basically, yes, it's possible to get three brutes or three thorn guards. I mean, it should answer the question quite easily. But yeah. Imagine they use my unit suggestion of a giant spiner. Giant spiner. Do you mean giant spider, or what is a giant spiner? That would be interesting to hear. The Gobo 77. What did you mean by that? Maybe turn freeze into a cold effect. When it reaches 100% cold, the unit freezes. Then you could put the put Ice Knights in and maybe keep Frost Wizard as 100% freeze, or both projectiles are 50%. Actually, that would be really cool. I don't know how difficult that would be, calculating and keeping track of the sort of percentage of freeze on the unit. But actually, it would be cool. Like, and if the freeze stone, or there would be a unit that freezes slowly, kind of like Draining Spirit. That first it just starts moving slowly, and then eventually it turns into a block of ice. Uh, yeah. Oh, the giant spider. Yeah. But what would giant spider do? Like, I mean, how would you make a giant spider? Would it be like more of a that it cocoons units or poisons units, or mm, disappears and reappears? I mean, like if you think of giant spiders, um, in general, like in movies, lore, games, like giant spider usually is more of a boss. Like maybe we should have a giant spider as a raid boss. I mean, this is not a like a suggestion that we are or we will have a giant spider as a boss, but like I'm not sure if, like, how well would it do as a unit. What would it do as a unit? Gobo, if you have the text about the giant spider, most likely I've read it or seen it, but I just don't remember off the bat. Can you post what would the spider do? Can you make new skin for Dark Soul of the Devourer? Oh yeah, like it's a yeah the a unit that is a hidden unit that doesn't have that only has one skin. Want to see huge mecha crab which grabs small units and either throw them at enemy territory back, or just clap them to death with its pincer. Vyacheslav has a cool idea. Uh, if you guys have ever, or if any of you guys have ever played this, I mean, it's still possible to buy it, but this board game called Blood Bowl. It's also a computer game, but over there, my favorite units were trolls and ogres, because they could pick up halflings and goblins and chug them towards the enemy end zone. It was the best version of American football I've ever seen, or rugby, whichever way. The giant spiders could net units with webs and apply a form of plague. Yeah, like when they hit apply the plague and then like have a chance to cocoon. Yeah, love the idea of spider raid bosses. Yeah, like I mean, if basically like I don't know, it would be cool. Like if it would, for example, cocoon random stuff, and then of course it can summon little spiders as well. Spiders are absolutely a safe bet for units. Would love to see them, and I think they'd be great addition to the nature faction. Yeah, I mean the spiders in general fit the nature's faction very well, of course. Scorpions as well. I mean, a scorpion unit would be also pretty sweet. Some sort of like, I don't know, proper armor piercing killer kind of assassin. I keep on forgetting to spin this. Hey, the Warhammer inspired American football game. Throwing midgets was so overpowered. Yeah, the throwing halflings and goblins was great. I really enjoyed it. So the stream is basically just ulther wrecking 99% of the players, says Andre. Well, this stream, 92% of the players. Yes, I've been wrecking 92% of the players so far. Usually it's a lot more fair, and I think that the average win rate on the stream is 40%. Today was the most brutal army ever, I would say. Spin throws at ulther. Yep, I've. Thanks for reminding, Rebel. I did spin it though. Loved how the aliens rolled across the field. Yeah. I'm sure I've seen that game. Was it Games Workshop? Yeah, it was. Yeah. You build a team, and they get skills, and then they get injured and die. That's how the players, the usual lifespan of the player and the blood bowl. What about different static aura units like totems? More attack speed or damage around them. It will add more synergy between units, maybe even totem that makes your attack apply fire or plague. Hmm. That would strengthen the corner builds very much. I mean, basically that just turns, well, creates a very powerful effect for the corner. I don't know. Maybe like actually some kind of unit that spawns, like when it stops, it spawns a totem where it's situated at, and the totem lasts for time being. I'm not sure if the corner builds right now would need like a static damage buff. But of course, do send the suggestions, because it doesn't mean that I get to decide what is needed in the game from the unit side, and also it doesn't mean that if it's not needed right now, or it's not a good suggestion right now, it wouldn't be in the future. How about a cat unit that mind controls units to pet it and bring it food? Alan, we absolutely need to have more cats. More cats in the game. I as a cat person myself, all these canines, and I have to use all these dogs in my army. It would be so much better with cats and petting and treats instead of all this violence. Absolutely. He says corner build. Next match is against the corner build. Lol. To be honest, the corner builds that I've tried so far on the stream have not been very successful. I can try to make a corner build for the next stream, sure. Like, I mean, I do change around. I'm not very much of a corner build person myself. I'm much more of a rush, or this like kind of slow grind build, but I definitely can give it a go. Corner builds tend to do best with hammers. Yeah, they do. What rank theme would you like to see next in the game? I would really like to see more sort of corruption, mind control, kind of maybe a unit that I don't know, like slowly, I don't know, like something, some Cthulhu like monster that some worm that devours people or something. I don't know. It's yeah. I really like the theme, the corruption, and the sort of cosmic horror theme. So I would really hope at least the skins, if not the units, because to be honest, I'm not sure what kind of things can we add from the horror spectre that haven't really been added from other, like for example we have plague throwers, so like throwing So having a unit which also does debuffs, it needs to do them in some other way. And is it really needed and necessary? Not sure. How many quizzes was there? I had delayed stream and I think there were two, but in chat can see only one. Yeah, there were two quizzes. The second one, well, I can put the link to the first one still. Here is the link to the first one. It will close in about 3 minutes. So a cat skin for the warhounds, like Link skin, would be awesome. I love my saber-tooth skin so much. That's true. That's true. The saber-tooths do bring some kitties into the game, and definitely would love to have some more. Maybe the warhounds can be turned into warcats. Make a corner build based of like 6 arcane archers or something nutty. Yeah, I think that's probably will be something along those lines, or maybe some. I'll give corrupted slow runes to a bunch of cannoneers and just see them shoot those balls, cannonballs all over the place. We will see. Any thoughts about buffing the common fire artifact? I never see it used. A good question. I'm not sure how many armies in general use that artifact. But definitely desire some changes, and just general fire doesn't feel, at least to me either, that it's as impactful as ice at this point. But with changes, and I mean we do changes quite often. So I'm not sure. Maybe we will see the changes for the fire artifact soon as well. A little bit of a buff. And we are almost ready to hop into the new things happening with the game. I'm closing down the quizzes, and we will start looking at the new patch notes. So once the patch notes are done, and at about 19:30 finish time, so in about 30 minutes there will be the next quiz, and of course if we reach the next goal, we will have another super quiz. But onto the patch notes. These changes are coming on Monday. The new unique skin is going to be for the Valkyr, so you can look forward to that if you're having Valkyr in your army, in your build. Let me put it up in the front so I can see better. On the Powerstones, the damage, protection, and resist conditions, and speed and aim are getting tier ups, so you will be able to find higher rank versions of those Power Stones. And as a new addition, we are adding a reload ranged artifact. So nothing crazy happening with the Power Stones in Season 4. On to the balance changes, and let's see, I kind of want to see the comments. Well, actually I'll see the comments once I'm done reading the patch notes. But the unit that people have been talking about quite a bit some want nerfed, some want it buffed, but Stormcaller is getting a buff. Range increased from 8 to 10, Chain Lightning jump range increased from 6 to 8. So Stormcaller, and as a result also the ranged power of nature units is going up. Druid bug fix, attack cooldown is now normal instead of half of the intended. So a lot of armies are going to take a hit from this. Unfortunately, my Untamed Beast is going to take a hit from this, but basically Druid is going to be healing because, of course, Druid's attack is his heal and buff that he does. So basically now he's going to be doing it a little bit slower. Well, actually half slower, quite a bit slower. But it was a bug, not intended. We will see how it performs after these changes. Cannoneer is getting a nerf. Attack cooldown increased from 3 to 4 seconds. Projectile explosion knockback force decreased from 200 to 150. So Cannoneer will be shooting less often, and also it's not going to push you back as far as possible. As far as he used to. Also, clan raid boss Leshier, armor damage resistance decreased from 100% to 90%. Active when life stones are still up. So actually, Leshier will be taking some damage even when the life stones are up, though not that much. Armor damage resistance decreased from 100% to 90%, active when ulther is under attack. That's for clan raid boss Jormog. Also, clan raid boss Volcanus, armor damage resistance decreased from 100% to 90%, active when Volcanus is not frozen. So, to make the life of the raiders a little bit easier, and sometimes you just lose that mechanic, you would still be able to do a little bit of damage to the boss, even if the mechanic is not fully taken into consideration or fully executed. Though, of course, it is a very good idea to try to do the mechanic, get it done, freeze the boss or keep the altar alive, kill those shrines to do the maximum amount of damage to the boss. Also, actually, now that we have been talking about the Sword of the Phoenix, it is going to have some changes as well. So now we're moving on to the changes to the artifacts. Artifact: Cauldron of Plaguebringer, Sword of the Phoenix, and Claw of the Frost Dragon. Third attunement moved up as the first attunement. All attunement values and upgrade intervals have been adjusted. A lot of changes to all the three artifacts. Not going to give the specific details. We will leave this as a little bit of a surprise for the Monday. But perhaps some of these artifacts are going to start being used more and will provide a challenge, or provide, not challenge, but act as a option, or become an option towards other artifacts. Artifact Eye of the Corruptor. Third attunement moved up as the first attunement. So again, a change. The third value, or the third extra benefit, is now the first extra benefit. I don't have those. I don't remember all of those at hand, but we can take a look at them soon. All attunement values and upgrade intervals have been adjusted again, so I would suspect that it is going to be better. Second attunement no longer reduces movement speed, but it still reduces the attack speed of the enemy after mind control wears off. So the unit moves slower, but I mean, the movement, the enemy unit when it becomes leaves the mind control moves with the normal speed, but attacks slower. Artifact Dark Soul of the Devourer, mass greatly increased to prevent becoming pushed around by other units. So, well, self-explanatory, and also it doesn't really make much sense when such a huge beast is being pushed around by a bunch of dogs or righteous defenders, or basically things which are times and times smaller than it is. In the other changes, we have Clear Army button now needs to be held down for a while to activate to prevent accidental army deletions. Also, White Flag button in the battle now needs to be held down for a while to activate to prevent accidental surrenders. Hunt event, when a contract requires a unit that is not yet in the field, the grayed out battle button is replaced with add button unit that takes you to the correct place in the unit selection menu instantly. So hopefully your hunts are going to be a little bit easier and faster. And also fixed an issue that caused artifact fragments to update incorrectly when the shop menu was exited too quickly. So a bunch of quality of life changes, a bunch of changes to the artifacts. I expect that to have quite a bit of an effect on the game meta. The new artifacts, I haven't seen the values, I haven't looked at the values, but 4 artifacts are getting major reworks. The effects are being moved around, the effects that I don't think many people have unlocked yet. A bunch of changes also to the units. So the next era and the next, I mean, well, actually, no, not the next era, but next season. We are still going into the season 4 of the current era, but the next season is going to be pretty fun, I would suspect. Also, if I promised you guys the corner build for the next time with those artifacts, maybe I will make actually then some sort of corruptor based, if the corruptor artifact is super fun. But that is not all that I wanted to talk about. Of course, you guys have been messaging and talking a lot about the raids. A lot of talk has been about especially the last tier raids, tier 8, 9, 10, and so on. The rewards for those raids, the difficulty of those raids, and the scaling. So we are working on the scaling. We are adding, and and we're not. We are not going to change the scaling in a sense that we're going to rework the scaling of these 10 bosses. Just we are first of all adding more star ranks into the game. So the raid progression will be longer, and that will allow us to also scale the rewards and the difficulty more smoother. Also in the works as the new boss, I don't have any details about the new boss at all, what kind of it's going to be, how it will look, and how it will be killing your battle legion or your very own legion. But I'm sure it will be deadly, fun, and rewarding. So on the time when those can be expected, I would say that the rework of scaling additional ranks and changing the reward amounts for the current and the new ranks, it will come out first before the new raid boss. it's not going, none of this will come out next Monday, and we don't have a specific date even for the new star ratings. But it is something that is actively in the development, in the design. Once it's ready, once it's tested, we will be pushing that out. Also, the new cosmetic set, as Christian Rudolph mentioned, we've had, if I remember correct, last week we've had a meeting, or was it the week before that? We had a meeting about the new cosmetic bundle, and the initial work of assembling that is starting. Though a lot of this is still pending work from also the art team, which is extremely heavily engaged with the current super secret project, which I can't talk about, but soon will. I swear, I hope he did not switch the first and third attunement of Cauldron. I'm not sure with how the switch happened with all of the Cauldron, but ulther, link to quiz 2, please. The next quiz will come out at 19:30, so we are still quite a few moments away. Ulther is steamrolling 100% now. 100%. Yep, that's it. It went up to 100%. I do need to tone down for the next army. Ulther, tell me that the Cauldron rework is a lie, a joke. No, I'm not saying. I'm not sure if it's. I will check on my phone. What are the secondaries on each? But let's see. What is the Cauldron? So the currently the third one is enemy units maximum resistance to plague is now capped at. Oh, this is the resistance. This is actually a really nice one. I'm not 100% sure if they are reversed, or if the third one has become number one and the currently number one has become the second trait. How are your dogs immune for so long? Asked Osmium Planet. My dogs have two Powerstones of immunity, so they are immune for 4 seconds. How are the stats of Primal Warhorn at +5 speed buff, etc.? They are insane. I think that they're like almost 100% damage. You can't outlive this build. You need to do a trick with this build. Since again, like, we are at 100% win rate from my side, and if there's somebody who has signed up and hasn't fought yet on the stream, I'll give you the solution. A very good solution was just using a bunch of risen warriors that stay hidden underground for a little while, and then having up in the front a unit with a bunch of draining spirits, or units with a bunch of draining spirits, so that the draining spirits would attach and stay with the dogs and kill them. So yes, this is a very, very difficult army, but there were a bunch of people which were winning this. My win rate was at around 90% in the beginning, but now it went all the way to the 100. That is savagely OP. Yes, this is absolutely the most OP build that I have used on the stream. I thought a lot of the previous builds would be similar to this, but yeah, that did not happen. Throwback Thursday to beta. Yeah, like this was the in the beta times the Zeo was the master hound was the hound master with the insane dog armies. What is amount of druid buff? Plus 20% or more. I don't remember the exact number. How much what was the buff that he gave? But basically now the buff or what he does heals buffs stays the same. What has changed is how often he does it. The phase when you have to have a 50% draining spirit orbit to have a chance, lol. I don't think that you need 50% of the orbit, but even so, I mean this is meant to be a puzzle, and it definitely is a pretty hard one, especially towards the end of the fight night, it seems. Denis Ponomarenko is saying, to be true, to be honest, after I have gotten the same legendary artifact 4 times in a row, and my guild broke up because of this balance of artifacts, I play without much joy. Sorry to hear, Dennis. Definitely more work on the balance is needed, and the raids haven't been in a good position, and especially for people playing at the top ranks and top star ratings. The transition between star ratings at the very top is not smooth, and we are quite late. Let's be honest. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We are quite late with the changes. There are reasons, limited resources, all of that, but I understand the frustration. So of course, and hopefully, we will be fast enough with the changes that you guys stick around and start enjoying the raids once again, because definitely our goal is to have fun and make sure that you guys are having fun and enjoying the game. Ooh, this is going to be Trusishka is going to make it. Yes, Trusishka, even without I mean the that combination is so incredibly strong, and also managed to sort of hide away some of his units behind. That was great. Ulther, will mythic artifacts be buffed? I think that the mythic artifacts will be looked at more once more people have them. And more people will have them once we do the raid scaling or star rating scaling rework. So I would say like that. Are you understand Russian language? Vitaly, of course. My name is Yuri, and I was born in St. Petersburg. Говорю по-русски, конечно. Прекрасно понимаю. But the stream is in English, so I generally try to read even the Russian comments, and I translate them into English. But I do want to reply and speak English, of course, so that majority understands. And then it's again into every era I make it into top 1,000, but I can't make it to top or to the number one spot because I need to get good proper artifacts. How to fix that? I would say that well, I mean, of course, if you would have the clan to that allows you to fight and defeat those bosses, then you would have more artifacts. I mean, everybody when the artifacts came out, the most wanted artifact wasn't the mythic artifact, but was the hammer artifact because it was so broken at the time. So hopefully we will be able to push out the star rating rework soon, and then more clans will be fighting and receiving the mythic artifacts. There will be more players around to then create those clans that can challenge and go forward. Because obviously, when there's Sin, there's a few others that are fighting and are capable, but because of the current situation where once you get to the point and you are able to kill one of the mythic bosses, the next one is insanely hard challenge, and definitely we need to smoothen the curve, and then people will be getting more rewards, and then we will need to look at the rewards themselves, I'm sure. So half of Vova say that half of the clan has already went through the today's challenge, but he hasn't been able to get a fight yet. I will check what's the current situation and how many participants are still there. So we still have about 300 people left. But we're going at a very good speed, so I'm hoping that we would get through. I guess we're not going to get through all of the players. I was really hoping for that, but at least, well, I mean, we still have close to 40 minutes. Also, only 7 minutes until the next quiz. So hopefully you will make it there, and you'll get to see if you beat this absolutely insane army. Stream quiz 2. I should start preparing the next quiz, so we are ready to go as soon as we hit the time. Dennis is wondering about his amazingly bad random luck. 4 times in a row, a same artifact that is very specific. I understand it is annoying that when you get that kind of stuff, but then again, 4 times 1 out of 3, it's not that bad. It's not that difficult of the probability. So you're just unlucky, man. right. There we go. The next quiz is almost ready. Wrong. There we go. All right. Let's make it into a link. There we go. How do I sign up for the fight? Igor Petrus is right. In Battle Legion Discord on Wednesdays before this. On Wednesdays, I put up the sign up form. So you need to join Discord and come over there on Wednesday to sign up. For Fire Meteor Mythic Artifact, instead of being completely random, it should randomly target an enemy or enemy structure. That way you get guaranteed use out of it. Yeah, but I mean, it does actually quite a bit of damage, so it would be quite powerful if it wasn't random. But let's see. Maybe once we have, I would say that since the mythic artifacts are so rare, it's hard to see their effect or their issues that clearly. How many times do you actually lose because of the mythic artifact versus, or something happens because of mythic artifacts versus all other factors that the player has? Because just in order to be able to get the mythic artifact currently, your army needs to be super strong, but also you are in such a strategically advanced clan that you have also super good layouts for your army as well. One question with conditions: why has it always been that corrupted units are immune to freeze, burn, poison? Makes MC super strong until the immunity powers are out. Scar, because all of those are conditions and we have only one condition. One huge reason is just communicating all those effects. So when your unit is under a condition, it changes, its sprite or how it looks changes. So for example, when it's mind controlled, your whole character turns purple. When it's plagued, it turns green. So when one effect, let's say that if your unit is plagued and then it becomes frozen, the plague is removed. So you can only have one, and mainly for the visibility reason. This is not exactly a computer or console game where you have so much space on the screen. I mean, of course, some people do play on the computer, some people do play on iPad, but some people play on the phone. So, oh, where's the quiz? Here's the quiz. There you go. Sorry. I swear, I hope I'm not ruining my rating by making my army anti-ulther. Well, hopefully your rating didn't take too big of a hit, and you can recover it back very fast. 20 more likes for an extra quiz. That is great. That is very nice. I like having extra quizzes. Absolutely. So we got 29 more minutes until we have a until we finish the stream. So 29 more minutes to slap those likes and get to the extra quiz. If we don't, then the current quiz will be the last one. We're only missing 12, so if you want a chance for 200 extra gems, you better click those likes. Sure, first answer gets bonus gems. I see. What are those ghost war dogs? Bertrand Ferrere. They are extremely pumped up dogs of death and destruction. Basically, they have invisibility and over 4-second immunity. So you need to avoid and survive the damage, which is absolutely insane and boosted by double dogs and freeze. So basically you need to come up with the way to solve the puzzle. And trust me, as I've been rolling now for 1.5 hours and the win percent is 97%, a lot higher, about 50% higher than usually on the streams, but definitely people have been beating even this one. The dogs also have stealth power stone. No, they don't have stealth power stone. The stealth comes from the nature artifact. The dogs have double immunity power stone and then first strike, so their first bite does a lot of damage. Any thoughts of reworking how rewards are distributed in raid chest rate according to heart count instead of inner clan competition? Maybe choose from 2 random artifacts instead of 1 being forced. Right now we're looking at the raid scaling with the damage being done by the hearts versus the damage done by the like sort of the hearts produced versus the raw damage done. We used to have the system different. There was a lot of feedback. We're trying it now as it is. Maybe we will change it in the future, but now we don't have plans for changing the shard amount distribution based on damage done to the boss. The win percent is based upon how many past fights. I think it was 20. I think it was 20 fights, Alan. I'm not 100% sure, but it wasn't. Yeah, I don't remember exactly. 20, maybe 30. But I would say between 30 and 15. I honestly don't remember. The win is 100 likes quiz. Can't go back and chat anymore. So do corruption just take priority then? Scar, yeah. So when because otherwise it would be way too easy to remove it. So yeah, mind control takes priority over other conditions. While your unit is mind controlled, it can't have other effects. That is correct. Any chance for friendly battles? Yes. Very good chance for friendly battles. We are aware of that want and wish from the players, and really want to put it. It's in the to do list, absolutely. Which battle wagons against his army? The army rides into his army and immediately die. Pop a load of troops into the air and all the troops die before they hit the ground, like a piñata wagon. Well, Osmium, the dogs are level 12, so they are super scaled. They have boost from the dogs. Also, they have all of them have one strike rune, so the first hit does enormous damage. That is absolutely true. All right, let's see. For super quiz, I would like to. I mean, a lot of you guys have been watching the streams for a very long time and been here for quite a while. So I want to have a super difficult question for the super quiz. Name of a frequent stream army from last year. So you definitely will have a big advantage if you have been following streams and watching streams for a while. Last one. There we go. Almost ready. Create the link. There you go. There we go. All right. So let's see how many of you guys been watching the streams last year. I'm sure that this one might be a little bit tougher than before, but we'll see. We'll see. Who knows and who doesn't? Who has been with us for many, many months? And I do remember Rebel Supreme since Fight Night 8. That is a very long time ago. Oh boy, that is a long time ago. I think that Fight Night 8 was not even wasn't even a stream. Fight Night 8. It might be one of the first streams, or it might still be, because the first Fight Nights were done. They were not even streamed. They were just a video. What kind of question is this? Hey, the question is about Battle Legion. This is the Battle Legion official community stream, and not all the questions are super fair to every person and every player that stops in here. Some of the questions are for people like Rabble, the people that have been over here since, well, almost day one of the streams. So, and I'm sure that Master TGN. If you stick around, you will find some, or I'll ask some questions that you will know and no one else will. It's the stream is a little bit of a maybe inside of a club for rank 16 and top 1000 players, or it has turned into one. Super difficult challenges, information about the new things coming out, and me talking about various issues, bugs, and development ideas. So, but yeah, hopefully you're not too upset about a question that is definitely very difficult to answer if you haven't played. If you haven't visited or stopped by the streams during the last year. Ulther, what happened to Sapphire's stream this month? Well, that's a difficult question. I mean, and I'm very. It's very hard for me not to be emotional because I very much blame what I generally not like very much, and that is crypto. Basically, Sapphire's streaming gear is not up to task right now, and because of all the beautiful miners out there, it takes a while for her to get a new streaming computer. So it's on hold, it's on break. Once the hardware situation on Sapphire's end is resolved, she will resume streaming. So, but yeah. Rabble Rouser was my player name back then. Yep, I know that, Rabble. But also, was that the card that you played in your decks sometimes? Because definitely was one of my favorite at certain point. I started playing at December 2020. Says Bad Poe. Welcome to the stream, Bad Poe, and hopefully you will enjoy and stick around as long as Mr. Rabble. And also, well, I promised the corner build for the next one, but maybe I should bring that army back. Definitely had a lot of fun with it. I've been only playing a week and snuck into elite community. The face when I've been only playing a week and snuck into this elite community. Well, the elite community is open to everybody, and also you can join another just as an elite community and come to our Discord because if you enjoy the game, you want to find more people to play with, you definitely have a better chance of finding there. You have a good chance of finding advice, clan to play, and so absolutely. Just got here. What's the giveaway? I'm new to the game. Ethan, or welcome. So basically, this is a stream, community stream. I'm in my home, but I do work for Traplight, the game, the company that has created Battle Legion. And we don't really do giveaways, but we do quizzes on this stream. So you can first of all, of course, participate in the fight night, but you need to sign up Wednesday before the stream. So that is closed. But quizzes, they're available for everybody, and also you can hear on the streams what is coming, what new things are coming to Battle Legion in the near future. I'm here from BBR lol, just checking what you Trap Light is doing. I'm a friend of Mike and I really enjoy watching your streams. Hey, say hi to Mike. Really appreciate his work, actual work. He has a really cool job and also all the stuff that he has done over the years for BBR. Ulther seems the dev art team has been worked on super huge things. Does that mean that something huge is coming in the next era? No. Uh, well, maybe. Something huge is coming, but the time frame is uncertain. Maybe spider focused update with a lot of spider stuff for Halloween. It's a bit far in the future, but whatever. Everybody needs planning. Not a bad idea actually. Like it would be actually really cool to release like I don't know. Like if we could make the raid bosses tied to some holiday. So like Halloween, you would get a new raid boss, and then you know like. Ooh, Santa as a raid boss, throwing presents and or maybe you know like Santa arriving on the sled and then just driving over your army, and then that's how the fight starts. Ulther, where is your colleague? Ask Mama Ralta. If you mean Sapphire, Sapphire has been in this chat today. But she hasn't been able to stream because of hardware issues, and it takes a while to get the new computer parts just because of deliveries and availability. There is a nice community in the game. I want this game to flourish and for the players to be happy too. I agree with you, Nick. You guys make the community, and I'm very happy to work in this for this game because of you guys. Thank you very much. Makes my job a lot easier and a whole lot of fun. I really enjoy every stream that I do. Hey Ulther, could we get reroll function for elixir bundle? For instance, if it gives you 2 or 3 elixirs you don't want for initial 160 purchase, could reroll for 20 gems. We have been also trying out like specific targeted bundles of elixirs where you do get specific amounts and kinds of elixirs, but re-rolling is not a bad idea either. That is true. Not a bad suggestion. Yeah, Mike is doing everything great. I'm grateful too, and I'm glad to help him out with a lot. For example, the Discord server, it's not easy with all that toxic players who hate him for no reason. Well, that's what happens whenever you are up at the front. Then most of the feedback is positive, and most of the people are not even that feedback is positive, but people are polite and courteous and. They know how to discuss and talk, but then yeah, of course you run into the bad apples, and but such is life. What can you do? Just move on. Any updates on spring event? Yeah, we'll need to discuss about it with Sapphire. At least for the next stream, I will have an update for you. Sapphire has been the one running the spring event, so I don't want to say something that is not true. So let's hope that someone doesn't forget to give away quiz gems. That's a good reminder, Montes. But I do have now for every second Friday of the month, which is basically the next day of the stream. I have for the morning. I have now a in the work calendar special reminder that the first thing I do is send the gems. So. But yes, thank you for reminder, Montes. I am very well known for messing this up. What's the best way to spend gems early on for free to play? Asks Ethan. I would say save the gems for buying gold. Eventually, you will have all the shards, or you will be able to find shards that you need to upgrade your units. Once you get into a good clan, you can start trading, requesting unit shards. So absolutely buying gold, and then once you get to the point when you can have artifacts, then artifacts also are a good way or a good target for that. How about having some new buildings in the base? Maybe a little mine that would create a small amount of fragment, and a brewery that would create elixir every 8 hours or something. Well, I mean, we do have actually gold and elixir created by those carts. So basically, it's just changing the skin for that. But there probably are coming some pretty big changes to the camp, or additions to the camp, or additions to layout. Let's say it like that. So let's put it. Let's leave it at that for now. Yeah. I just did a big oopsie with the second quiz. Oh, did you click wrong, Andre? Oh, so save up for gold. Ethan, yeah, I would if you're early on in the game, you would definitely come into a point where you have, and quite soon you will come into the point where you will have fragments, but you will need gold. And the gold is also, I mean, there are plenty of ways of getting it, and you definitely should then be checking out all the events when they do happen. Skirmish and the bounty hunt, they do give quite a good amount of gold. Also joining the an active clan that donates to you, and then also requests shards, because also uh, donating the shards that you don't need, and don't try to save that, yes, I need everything. A good strategy, in my opinion, is to select the unit that you want to level up, and start collecting shards. Over the time, you will have the shards needed to level up. Right now, I'm saving up for level 12 Crystal Spire. Uh, I've been saving up for the last 3 weeks for it. I mean, it is a basically the last level to which I will upgrade it, and I am now missing, I think, around 200 fragments from getting to rank 12 Spire. So, how about troop called Tamed Beast that attacks nobody except nature units on your side? Maybe, hey, maybe for the next April 1st we will have Tamed Beast. That actually would be pretty. Yeah, yeah. Next April's full, because I think that wouldn't be even hard to do. Of course, that would probably mean a lot of angry people, because all of a sudden their rating and ranking, or maybe like all the units, yeah, like all the damage units heal and all the healing units damage, something like that. That would be pretty sweet. everyone who is watching this, make sure to leave a like. Absolutely bad Poe. Thank you for the great suggestion. Does runestones affect units that come out of the wagon? The summon skeleton spawn spiders? No, they don't. That's a very commonly asked question, but mainly for the balance reasons, they don't retain. Also, some of the units, like if you would put the stones into, let's say, battle wagon, the units that spawn out of it don't have matching power stone slots for as the wagon. So I think that actually, like, the if the wagon would have only one power stone slot and the units would inherit only that power stone, then that might work, because otherwise it would be super strong with something like battle wagon, which can spawn. And now I can give the correct answer for the quiz now that I've closed it. But 6 army points worth of units when you only spend 3 army points to summon or to deploy the battle wagon itself. So talking about short trading, how about rebalancing the money given for 1 point units, maybe 10 gold instead of 5? I think that's something to take to the designers. But on the other hand, it's not really about fairness of what is the shard actually worth, but more of a how much gold is being available, because we never remove any sources of gold. We only add. So as we add more game modes, more rewards, we add more sources of gold. So, and currently we haven't been adding new ways of spending the gold either. So it's eventually you will end up with a lot with too much of that in the sense. So it's a own balancing act in that sense. How about war cats who will run directly away from all enemy troops? Would be good for stall armies. Yeah, and do like sonic meow damage or something. Sounds good. What's the max gold you can get a day? Actually, I don't know. Honey Viper. Actually, I don't know. It has changed over the course of time so much, and it also depends on let's say, is there a bounty and what kind of rewards will you roll in the bounty. But I mean, do you mean what's the maximum that you can get from the idle wagon? But we are at 8 o'clock. That means it is time to end the stream. Let's see how many people were left unplayed. So 186 players this time didn't make it into the fight night, unfortunately. Of course, those players will get additional chances to participate in the future events. As you guys might know, or most of you might know, if you sign up for the fight night and you don't get to play the next fight night, you will have a higher chance. But this one is over for today. Hopefully you guys had fun and you got some useful information. Thank you very much for stopping by, and I will see you guys next stream.